Hey, this is C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is Dave, and this is MMA for you. We're going to be doing our predictions for UFC 157, Ronda Rousey versus Liz Carmouche, which happens on February 23rd. What do you think of this historic card in Anaheim, man? The first women's fight in the UFC, the first women's title fight as well.
The history is making. We have a first woman title shot right in our alley, Anaheim. This is really interesting.
Exactly.
I don't know whether this particular style will get more audience, more less audience.
Well, you gotta understand that they also, for the next Ultimate Fighter finale, Miesha Tate is gonna fight Kat Zingano.
Oh wow!
And they just signed Sarah McMahon and someone I'm really high on, Alexis Davis.
So they really bring a big gun.
Yeah, exactly. There's more out there too. I hope they sign them. Okay, let's get right to it, man. On to the main card. Ronda Rousey fights Gorilla Liz Carmouche.
Ronda Rousey.
I like Liz Carmouche. She's hardworking. Good. She has good wrestling, good top control, really strong. But you gotta go with Rousey. And to say Rousey by armbar first round isn't that far-fetched, to be honest.
Well, that's her style. Looking at her regular 6-0 undefeated, 6 submission, she is a submission specialist.
Armbar specialist.
Armbar specialist. We already know that. And then he's Olympic judo, so this girl is very dangerous.
Exactly. She knows how to grapple, man. And her arm bars, all of her wins, amateur and pro, are by first round armbar.
Absolutely. Strong takedown from the clinch is just, if you fight with first thing she gotta do, armbar.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if Ronda Rousey rushes her opponent. She goes in there, throws like 3 jabs, and tries to force a clinch. Don't know if Carmouche will fall for it, but I think somewhere along the fight, eventually they're gonna hit the ground, and Rousey is gonna do her thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, next right after that we have Henderson versus the Dragon Lyoto Machida.
This is another exciting fight, and I like Henderson. Henderson is always my #1 pick with most of the fighters, but Lyoto Machida is my super #1 pick. Yeah. I love Machida. I think Henderson, as good as he is, he won't be able to figure out Machida puzzle. And Machida's hit rate is really high. He always makes sure his accuracy is amazing. So I'm very poor with Machida.
Same here, man. I got Machida as well. You can never discount Dan Henderson, especially with that right hand. One thing that's not said is Machida, if he wants to, he can probably take the fight to the ground if he wants to avoid that. Dan Henderson historically actually doesn't have the best takedown defense, which is very surprising considering his pedigree.
Again, Machida is a black belt, BJJ, and he has really strong takedown defense. And defense-wise, he is just like a wall. He is really good.
It's hard to hit clean. His footwork's really good. He's elusive. I gotta go with Machida. It could be death by 1,000 needles. He can just leg kick him and maybe pot shot him, or maybe he'll find an opening to get that hard hit. He can take it,
Absolutely. And don't forget Machida can frustrate Henderson with his style. So.
Exactly. I expect that to happen.
All right, next fight.
Next fight after that, we have the California Kid, Urijah Faber versus the Pride of El Salvador, Ivan Menjivar.
As always, I like Urijah Faber, but I think Ivan will have a chance at this one.
Huh? Nice.
25-9 record. I mean, I don't know. Why do you think Faber will win this fight?
What? He has a really good pace. He really pushes the pace. He has good cardio. I think his wrestling is really good. He might, if he takes it down, he'll be able to maybe win on top control. I'm worried about the stand-up, though, because Menjivar is really good there. Menjivar's not bad on his back, either.
Exactly, so. And he has a good BJJ, too. What I really want to see is, Ivan take this on the, not on the ground, it's pure on the striking, because he has a really creative striking, really good kickboxing. I think our striking portion, Ivan is better than Faber.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree. Faber's not bad. It's just I would think Ivan's just a little better and stand up myself. But I think Faber could handle himself there, but also he can take it to the ground using his wrestling. Maybe get top control, hit some ground and pound and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. If Silverlist doesn't take it on the ground, I think Ivan has a chance.
Interesting stat with this fight is that they have fought before. This was actually a rematch. Back in 2006 they fought. Yep. And Faber beat Menjivar, but it was by disqualification.
Yes.
So yeah, this is
one
more time. Okay, next fight after that we have the Crusher Court McGee, Ultimate Fighter winner, versus Josh the Dentist Neer.
I think a Dentist can take this home. I mean, he had the 33-12-1 record, 70 KO, TKO, 12 submission.
He's got a lot of fights, man.
Guys is really experienced. And then, I mean, I don't know. I think with his training camp, Caesar Grace, that's where he trained. Yeah. He's very expensive, very experienced, and really good staying out, push forward all the time.
Oh yeah, that guy's
very
hyper
aggressive.
Yeah,
the guy's very aggressive. He's also underrated in grappling. So.
Oh yeah, that guy will hit triangles from his back. He hit one on Mac Danzig, if I don't. And he also guillotined Dwayne Ludwig actually off a scramble.
I'm not saying McGee is not experienced. I mean, but compared to the fights, the Dentist just more experienced and has a much more offer on my perspective.
Yeah. Well, I got Court McGee here, man. He is on a 2-fight losing streak, and this could work for him or against him. But he's making the first cut to 170. He used to fight at 185.
See, that's another maybe I don't know what's gonna happen deal. I mean, he's the first cut to 170. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. When he's on his game, he's the type of guy to out cardio and outwork his opponent. I can see that him doing that if he's fresh against Josh Neer. He'll be the bigger fighter. Neer has fought as low as lightweight and done really successfully as a lightweight. Actually, Court McGee's fought most of his fights in middleweight, so he'll be the bigger fighter. He outworks opponents. I think Court McGee will be able to get it done here with outworking his opponents, maybe using his wrestling, tiring out Neer. Striking wise, it can go either way, but McGee's tough as nails.
Well, I just thinking, Josh, his personality, he is very aggressive anyway. If he can be the lead, make the control, is he pushing the McGee, not McGee try to push him, then it's another story.
Good point. Okay, next fight after that, we have Josh Koscheck versus Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
Going with the Ruthless one, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the record's okay, 19-9-0-1 record, 16 TKO, KO, 1 submission. I mean, the reason I really like him is he has really strong standout. And he got one strike KO power. We can never underrate stuff like that because, Josh Koscheck is really good. He's good, but the one KO power, everybody can go on the ground, So, I mean, he has a good takedown defense. He's weak on the ground, but, I don't know. I think the KO power really, interests me.
Yeah, I got Josh Koscheck here. One thing about Robbie Lawler that's really interesting is he'll be cutting to a 170 for this fight. He hasn't fought at 170 for a lot of, a very long time. It's not new to him, but it's definitely not something he's done recently. Koscheck, though, 70-6 record, super good wrestling. This guy can hit a double leg like none other, man. Good ground and pound. He's got a pretty good chin too. The thing is, his stand-up's all right. It's mainly based upon overhand rights, but he's always in the fight. He can always revert to his wrestling if he needs to. I think Josh Koscheck will eventually get the fight to the ground and win with top position, maybe some ground and pound, maybe even take Robbie Lawler's back. Who knows?
That's the big no-no. Please don't do that.
Okay, on to the prelims, which will be on FX. We have LeVar Big Johnson versus the hybrid Brendan Schaub.
Oh, Big Johnson, man.
Really?
Big Johnson, man. Johnson is good. He's awesome. Why are you laughing like this? What's wrong with you?
Does he? Yeah, no reason. Big Johnson, yeah, sure. Why do you think he'll win?
Well, 17-6 rigor, 15 KO, TKO, 1 submission. You know, I mean, I don't know. He has really strong stand out, and he's really good uppercut, good jab, and he has 1 punch KO.
One thing that's really interesting about this fight is Brendan Schaub, also his losses are by knockout. He has proven not to have a good chin. That's makes me really worried for this fight. But with Brendan Schaub, he can use his wrestling. He does have some wrestling skills. You saw him take down like Miracle Crow Cup, for example. And LeVar Johnson's grappling isn't that great.
I just don't even think that Brendan Schaub will get a chance to even get close to him. I just think that on the striking, jab and then the power. I don't know.
The uppercuts keep you honest from taking you down.
Exactly. The uppercuts prevent the close fight. So I don't know. I think I can see Brendan Schaub got knocked out because he tried to do a takedown.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I'm gonna go with Schaub. I think if he's smart, I think he's gonna try and take the fight to the ground. Trains at grudge and win by being on top, maybe even getting a submission. Okay. Next fight after that, we have Ultimate Fighter winner Mike Chiesa versus Anton Kuvanin.
Mike Chiesa.
Yeah, I got Mike Chiesa here as well. Kuvanin, good fighter, 17-5 record, 4 wins by KO, TKO, 8 wins by sub. He's only 28, but Chiesa, 8-0 undefeated, good wrestler, strong Brazilian.
He's only 25.
Only 25 years old. Don't know if he's a prospect yet. Skill-wise, he's kind of mid-tier. We'll see how he turns out, but I think he can win this fight. Okay, next fight after that, we had 2 wrestlers, mirror images of each other. As Dennis the Menace Bermudez fights Matt, is it the Real Deal or something like that, or Big Deal or something like that? Grace.
I mean, they are, like you said, they are like mirror image. I take it Matt just because of 15-4 records. KO, TKO.
6 of them.
6 of them. I don't know. What do you think of this fight?
Yeah, the mirror images each other does make me worried with Dennis Bermudez because the guy's defense sucks. I mean, this guy in every fight he's fought, whether it's Pablo Garza up kicking him, whether it's in his last fight he got kneed trying to take the fight to the ground. This guy gets hit clean a lot. But I'm going to pick Bermudez anyways because he's hyper aggressive. He has really strong wrestling. The guy's just a really strong dude. Really good top control and good ground and pound. I think I'll give the edge to Dennis Bermudez here.
Well, Matt has more 6 KO, TKO. I mean, but not saying that he didn't get killed by other people. He lost by 2 KO, TKO. He has strong wrestling, good top control. Hopefully his striking is a little bit better than this, and we go from there.
Cool. And the final fight of the FX prelims, so we have Carlos, the future Fedor, versus the Hands of Stone, Sam Stout.
Sam Stout.
You got Sam Stout, huh?
18-1 records, 9 KO, TKO, 1 submission. 28 years old and training a really good camp as well. It's a Tompkins.
Yeah.
Good stand out, user combination, and the grappling I think is improving as well. So
you saw that
solid.
Saw that in Spencer Fisher fight. He's going for more offensive takedowns. Tompkins fighters they usually end their combinations with kicks. It's very well documented with them. But I gotta go with Carlos Fedor here, man. I've been pretty high on this guy, despite even losing Pat Healy recently. 7-2 record, trains under Matt Hume, who is the trainer for flyweight champion Demetrius Johnson, trains Matt Brown at AMC Pancration. This guy, it's pretty good stand-up. It's really good in the clinch. He's a prospect that I'm still looking out for. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is pretty good as well. If he's taken down, he's good at getting back to his feet.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go with Carlos Fedor to win this one.
Again, I don't think Sam will use too much on the ground. It really, it depends on his combination, his kick, his striking to win this fight.
Okay. On to the Facebook prelims, we have Brock, the love child of Brock Lesnar, and Keith, the Dean of Mean Jardine, Brock Jardine, versus Kenny Robertson.
If Jardine and Brock come to your door, it's not my fault, man. Of course, Brock Jardine is my pick. 9-2 record, 3 KO, TKO, 4 submission, 27 years old. I don't know. I think he can win this fight. He's pretty solid.
Yeah, solid fighter. Good wrestler, good stand up. Trains at Pet Elevated along the likes of Court McGee. That camp's coming up. Robertson's not a bad fighter. He's an 11-2 record, 3 wins by KO TKO, 7 wins by sub. He's 20 years old. I believe he's won a fight with a slam, actually.
Interesting.
Either that or like some spinning stuff. So he can be a bit unorthodox if he needs to be. I forgot what it was, but I know it's something really unorthodox after the finish fight. But Jardine, solid fighter, good stand-up, good wrestling. I'll go with Brock Jardine to win this one. Okay, next fight after that. 2 guys who's going to have their first fight in the UFC, so it's a pick'em in my official fight in the UFC. It's going to be Neil Magny versus John Manley.
Like you said, this is it's a fresh fight. So
pick'em fight.
Pick'em fight. So I'm gonna go Neil 7-1 record, 2 KO TKO, 2 submission. The first fight in the UFC, I pick up. Their record is almost the same.
It is. Manley 7-1 record, but he has no knockout wins. He has 3 submissions, 4 decisions. He's on 2-fight win streak. And he trains at Team Link. It is his first fight in the UFC. Other guys that train at Team Link would be Gabriel Gonzaga. And it kind of shows if you got submission and decisions, your ground game is pretty strong. I'll go John Manley to win this one.
Hopefully Neil's 2 KO can make another one, 3 KO.
Okay, and the final fight of the Facebook prelims. This one just got added in, actually.
Oh, wow, fresh.
And they're both Strikeforce imports, since the Manny Gambarian versus Chad Mendes fight isn't going to happen. But Nashawn Burrell fights Yuri Villafort.
Nashawn Burrell,
I'm high on both these guys. Nashawn Burrell, he lost to Chris Spang recently, but I'm still high on him as a prospect.
Yes.
What's his stats, man?
His stats is the N2 record, 6 KO TKO, dude. 2 submission, 23.
2 decisions. Bro.
2 decisions, sorry. It's 23 years old, very very young, man. He got a good stand out. He's very energetic.
One thing about Nashawn Burrell, it's really interesting. He's really athletic. I want to say he was a track star or something.
Oh, wow.
When he was or did track in college or something like that.
Don't worry about a gas tank here.
Yeah, but the thing is, I got to go with Yuri Villafort, man.
Why?
This guy is he's a good prospect himself. He's only 21 years old, 6-1 record, 2 wins by KO TKO, 3 wins by sub. Trades at the Black Zillions.
Oh, wow.
His fight IQ might be questionable because when he fought Quinn Mulhern, he was relegated to doing overhand rights, which are ducked, and then he would play the scramble game, which is Quinn Mulhern's game. He managed to survive through it, though, because he has good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu himself. But when he's on it, because he was off a pretty long layoff, hopefully he's back on it. He also has some pretty good stand-up as well. I got to go with Yuri Villafort to win this one.
Okay, let's do a quick recap.
Okay, yep. Ronda Rousey fights Liz Carmouche.
Ronda Rousey.
Okay. Lyoto Machida fights Dan Henderson.
The Dragon.
Okay, Lyoto Machida. Uriah Faber versus Ivan Menjivar.
Ivan.
Okay, Uriah Faber for me. Court McGee versus Josh Neer.
Josh Neer.
Okay, Court McGee. Okay, and Josh Koscheck versus Robbie Lawler.
The Allah.
Okay, I got Josh Koscheck. On the FX prelims, got LeVar Johnson versus Brendan Schaub.
Johnson.
Okay, I got Brendan Schaub. Mike Chiesa fights Anton Kuvanin. Mike Chiesa, yep. Dennis Bermudez fights Matt Grice. Okay, yeah, Dennis Bermudez. And Carlos Fedor fights Sam Stout. Okay, Carlos Fedor for me. Okay, on the Facebook prelims, we got Brock Jardine versus Kenny Robertson. Okay, the love child of Brock Lesnar and Keith Jardine. Yep, Brock Jardine. Neil Magny fights John Manley. Okay, John Manley. They're like very similar just in the name.
I know, right?
But Nashawn Barral fights Yuri Villafort. Okay, I got Yuri Villafort. So that's pretty much it for our prediction for UFC 157. If you have any comments, just leave them below. Got any final words, my man?
No, this is a very exciting fight. This is another UFC main fight. It's going to be interesting. Let's see how it turns out with you put in the main card for the women's fight.
Yeah. Cool, man. So that's pretty much it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.